Ladies and gentlemen, first, please accept my sincere apologies for not being able to be present there with you in person due to conflicting urgent commitments. Nevertheless, it is a great honor for me to speak on behalf of the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa at the 66th meeting of the United Nations World Tourism Organization Regional Commission for Africa. The theme of this year's meeting, Rethinking Tourism for Africa, Addressing Global Challenges and Promoting Investment and Partnerships, is indeed timely, given that we are just emerging from the devastating impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic, and more so since tourism is now a key priority sector across the African continent. As you're all aware, Africa harbors great tourism potential, but it should be deeply concerned that its global share is quite small. The continent accounts for just 3% of global tourism receipts and investments, while the continent's share of the global tourism GDP is less than 2%. There is therefore urgent need to step up efforts to harness Africa's great tourism potential. Indeed, even though a calamity, the COVID-19 pandemic presented the continent with the need to rethink its previous approach to tourism development. As we do this, may I recall the United Nations Secretary General call during the pandemic that rebuilding tourism should be an opportunity for transformation, with a focus on leveraging its impact on destinations visited and building more resilient communities and businesses through innovations, digitalization, sustainability, and partnerships. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, ECA has prioritized the tourism sector in its programs and has been extending necessary technical support to its member states, regional economic communities, and the African Union Commission. In 2020, for instance, ECA released a report entitled Sustainable Tourism Financing in Eastern Africa, its motivation being driven by the low levels of tourism investment in the sub-region. This report, among others, identifies several factors for the low level of tourism investment and proposes strategies that would enhance the sustainability of such investments. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, in the majority of our member states, tourism products are predominantly nature-based, offering limited investment opportunities. Hence, to attract new investments, there's a need to rethink the nature of our tourism products and diversify them. Here at ECA, we're exploring the potential of a range of concepts that would inform the future of tourism development in Africa. For example, the value of international trade in cultural goods currently stands at over $18 trillion, but Africa only accounts for less than 0.5%. There is an opportunity there. Cultural industries, as you know, play a major role in tourism, with cultural heritage being one of the main motivations for travel. Cultural industries present an opportunity to diversify the range of tourism products, as is the case with urban and sports tourism. Investments in new sporting facilities, such as the basketball arena in Kigali, Rwanda, for example, are beginning to show great promise, with the country earning over $445 million in 2022 from a diversified range of tourism products. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, whereas historically the public sector in Africa has been at the forefront in investment in tourism to spur development, it is time to mobilize more private sector investment into the sector. Member states should also establish tourism-specific investment vehicles, such as the Kenya Tourism Finance Corporation, and provide funds and support to enable a more active participation of small and medium and micro-small-scale enterprises, such as South Africa's Small Enterprise Finance Agenda. In addition, we will need to tap into alternative sources of financing, including pension funds and diaspora financing, and provide the necessary vehicles to channel these resources to tourism. All these will nevertheless require sound investment profiles or tourism master plans and be guided by good quality tourism statistics. Accordingly, member states should be encouraged to construct tourism satellite database, which among others will help evaluate the impact of government investment in tourism, provide detailed data on visitor consumption and how this is being met through domestic supply or imports, and hence inform the need for targeted investment. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as I round up, I would like to reaffirm ECA's support towards rethinking tourism development in Africa and to urge us all to form strong partnerships towards ensuring the competitiveness of the African continent in tourism. I would also like to take this opportunity to wish you fruitful deliberations and look forward to the outcome of the meeting. Thank you for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have now the pleasure to invite Mr. Mohamed Salim Juman, CEO Chief Executive Minister of Tourism, Republic of Mauritius, and Ms. Essia Grandpour, UNWTO Regional Director for Africa, to outline the highlights of the Mauritius Declaration, a new path for Africa tourism through global partnership investment. Mr. Juman and Ms. Grandpour, please.
Merci, M. Bourban, honorable ministre, Excellences, les délégués présents, distingués invités, mesdames et messieurs. C'est un immense honneur pour nous, Mme Essia Grandpour et moi, de pouvoir partager avec vous, dans les grandes lignes, la déclaration de Maurice pour un nouveau cap pour le tourisme africain grâce aux partenariats mondiaux et à l'investissement. Les défis auxquels est confronté le tourisme mondial et africain sont nombreux. Le changement climatique, la guerre des conflits, l'inflation, la récession et la hausse des prix des denrées alimentaires et de l'énergie, la sécurité des touristes et la nécessité de promouvoir la durabilité. Sans compter l'effet après-Covid qui continue à impacter le secteur tant sur le plan mondial et africain, le manque de main-d'œuvre ou encore l'accès limité aux ressources financières pour ne citer que cela. Ces défis sont revenus comme des diapositives durant cette deuxième journée de travail de la 66e réunion de la carte consacrée à la conférence autour du thème « Repenser le tourisme pour l'Afrique, répondre aux défis mondiaux, promouvoir l'investissement et les partenariats ». Les réflexions et discussions durant les deux sessions de travail étaient percutantes. La déclaration de Maurice viendra donner l'impulsion nécessaire pour permettre aux pays membres de la carte et d'autres parties prenantes concernés de réaliser le souhait de tracer une nouvelle voie pour le tourisme africain et ce, grâce aux partenariats mondiaux et à l'investissement. C'est aussi en réunissant nos forces que nous serons mieux armés pour adresser les nombreux défis qui guettent le secteur. Ce document est le résultat d'un processus de consultation mené entre les pays membres de la carte, Maurice en tant que pays et l'Union africaine. Il comprend une série de recommandations accompagnées d'un programme d'action qui nous orienteront dans l'élaboration des stratégies ainsi que des programmes et initiatives pour porter des transformations souhaitées dans le secteur touristique africain. La vision est d'aligner ces efforts à l'agenda de l'Union africaine 2063, tout en adressant les objectifs du développement durable. Madame Essia, la parole est à vous.
Merci, Monsieur le ministre. Invité distingué, Monsieur le ministre, le programme d'action proposé dans la déclaration Maurice vise plus explicitement à promouvoir les écosystèmes touristiques durables et résilients grâce à des partenariats multisectoriels, des pratiques éthiques, la promotion des investissements, les solutions fondées sur la nature, la décarbonisation, la coordination de la santé publique, l'alignement des politiques et la prise de décision fondée sur les données. Ce programme comprend une panoplie de mesures, dont certaines des plus pertinentes, comme encourager le partenariat effectif du tourisme, la promotion de l'investissement, innovation et accessibilité au financement, la coordination en matière de santé publique et gestion des crises, l'intégration du tourisme interne et régional, l'encouragement du tourisme responsable et solidaire, l'implémentation du tourisme bleu, partenariat entre les acteurs publics, privés et communautaires et modèles de gouvernance, et Fonds panafricain pour le tourisme durable. Pour permettre la réalisation de ce programme dans les meilleures conditions, ce document fait également appel au soutien, bien sûr conformément à leurs mandats respectifs, des États membres de l'OMT, de la Commission de l'Union africaine, des communautés économiques régionales africaines, des institutions aéronautiques régionales, des cadres institutionnels bancaires, de la Banque africaine de développement, des partenariats de l'aide internationale communauté de donateurs, ainsi que des institutions financières. Il peut être en termes d'expertise technique ou de ressources. Enfin, les actions proposées dans ce document permettront de développer les synergies nécessaires entre le tourisme, l'investissement et les partenariats pour mieux faire face aux défis mondiaux et accélérer la reprise socio-économique de l'Afrique sans laisser personne derrière. On vous remercie de votre attention.
Thank you, Mr. Juman and Ms. Wako. We shall now be joined by the Secretary General, UNWTO Secretary General, Zurab Ololi Kashvili, and the Deputy Prime Minister of Mauritius, Honorable Stephen Bigadi, who are on their way to join us for their closing remarks.
Dear ministers, dear delegates, dear members of the Secretariat, dear friends, brothers and sisters. Just a few words. Firstly, thank you. Thank you for having come from all over the continent to Mauritius. We are at one extreme end of the continent, and you have come in unprecedented numbers. So the Secretary General tells us. Never before has a meeting of the African Commission had such a large number of African countries attending. It means a lot to us. We are extremely touched and indebted to you for the efforts you have made to come over to Mauritius. So to each and everyone amongst you here, and to each and everyone who is in Mauritius with us but not in attendance today, please convey to them our heartfelt gratitude for your presence amongst us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your participation in our discussions. Thank you for the contribution you have brought, the ideas and the proposals which have enriched all of us, and which provide us with ideas as to what is to be done for the development of tourism and for progress on our continent. If there have been any shortfalls, if there have been any flaws in our hospitality, I would crave your indulgence. But my teams have tried their best to offer you a sample of Mauritian hospitality, and I do hope that it has given you the interest, the desire to return with your friends, with your families, on holidays to Mauritius. And we await open arms to embrace you in a spirit of African hospitality and solidarity. I hope you have enjoyed our discussions together with the Secretariat, our Regional Director, Elsia, and all other members of the Secretariat. We've worked very hard to propose an interesting day today. You know, my message at the WTO has always been that to build tourism and to rebuild tourism, we have to look beyond tourism. Today the challenges are global. And this is, I must say, I must apologize. This morning I was supposed to address you on global challenges facing our continent and tourism. Unfortunately, I could not do so. But that was the message I wanted to convey. That if we want to make tourism progress, we'll have to connect, we'll have to establish the linkages, and we'll have to rise up to address all the global challenges that face us, whether it be the state of the global economy, the instability that goes with the state of the global economy, the risk of pandemics recurring, the conflicts, the all too many conflicts across our continent and beyond in this day of war, and climate change, of course, which witnesses the seas around the different islands of Mauritius on the rise and threatening our very survival. But this is not this morning's address, so that's not the occasion for that. I just hope that you have appreciated our effort to bring this meeting personalities of a very high profile. And in general, I think this also is unprecedented. And I won't go over the whole list, but to have the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, the Secretary General of COMESA, the Regional Director for the African Development Bank, the Commissioner from the African Union. This was really an attempt for us to open up our perspectives and locate tourism within the global challenges facing Africa. I do hope you have found it interesting and that we have set a precedent for future meetings of the African Commission. So the time has come to say thank you, but also to say goodbye. Goodbye, we have a lot of work on our hands in our respective countries, put together as Africa. So I would like to wish you all here safe travels back home. Good luck in all the challenges facing you, and we look forward to meeting with you again very soon in future upcoming meetings on tourism in different parts of the world until a year hence we have the pleasure of holding an Amsterdam at the next meeting of the Regional Africa Commission. Thank you to the Secretary General. Thank you to my brother Fofana, the outgoing chair of the Africa Group, for his work. Thank you to the Secretariat that has been perfect, I must say, in support to the Regional Commission, and to all of you, goodbye, au revoir, and see you soon again in Mauritius. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister. I now have the pleasure to invite you to a cocktail at the hotel here, and with some musical performance. So, Honorable Zurab, we now finish the word. You will now address it.
First of all, I'd like to thank all our translators, because yesterday, I don't know, they made something incredible. Thank you. And of course, here, friend, dear brother, Deputy Prime Minister, thanks to you and to your excellent team. If someone has any complaints, I can't believe every 2 days I tell you everything was more than perfect. So, if there was some problems and some misunderstandings, I announced yesterday, today I will do the same. I assume this responsibility. I don't want to come back to yesterday's long meeting. I only remember a very nice dinner, and congratulations for this successful CAF meeting. Now we have a new responsibility. You are the chair of the Commission for Africa, which is very important. Again, I'm very happy to continue these 3-4 years working together, because you are a very good example, you, your country, your people, how to develop tourism sustainably. And many thanks for your support, for your help, for your hospitality. You made quite interesting these days, and we have to come back. As I told you, I came here for inspection visit, and everything is more than perfect, and we will be back. I want to thank also my team, who are working very hard these days before to prepare all these nice meetings, all panelists, all guests, and we and you especially had guests from 35 or 30 or 40 different countries, not only from Africa, all Secretary Generals, all I represented Prime Minister, of course, who was almost 24 hours with us. Thank you, dear brother, Minister, and Fofana, for your excellent support over the. Thank you for your patience, what you did yesterday. You are a real hero and man of the day. And thank you to all ministers who made it possible to come and to be with us. And I think that we will continue this month. We will see each other very soon. I'm sure. And I want to wish all your colleagues, all your families, best regards from the NWTO. Now it's hottest month in tourism industry, which is August. All of us will be traveling, holidays, and to wish safe trips, and hope to see you again very soon. We will miss you. Africa is always was and will be on the top priority of agenda of NWTO. We don't have more projects than we have in African continent, and these series of meetings serves to only one thing: to create new jobs and to support the continent. And continent needs new jobs, and tourism is the best recipient to create fast a number of jobs. So many thanks for the active participation, for your friendship, for your hospitality, and see you soon somewhere in this atmosphere. Many thanks. I forgot next post, Algeria. I'm sorry. Excellency, I'm sorry. You are right, absolutely. Next, our meeting will be Algeria, because I could not attend the last part of yesterday's meeting. I ran. Don't leave our host alone. And next visit will be another beautiful country, which is Algeria, and they also are quite, and I experienced several times, and thank you, sir. We'll see you in Algeria. Formally, next capital in Algeria. Thank you.